Hi guys, welcome to Souls No Evolution. Oh, thank you so much for taking the time to join me. This is going to be your daily divination for whenever it is that you are tuning in. If you're new to the channel, then welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. We've changed the deck. I'm so happy to see that we've changed the deck and we're using the Earth Magic Oracle cards. I thought, after the heaviness of that previous deck, it would be really good for us to ground ourselves back into the earth, connect with Mother Nature, and get some messages from this oracle card. And they flew out, so let's see what we've got. Iceberg submerged, right, okay, and then winter solstice, reflection. And just look at both of those cards. They're obviously not the same, but the colour palette on both of them, the energy that I'm getting for both of them is very, very similar. So iceberg submerged. Now, I think we all kind of know from the history of the Titanic that the bit of the iceberg that's poking up above the surface isn't the biggest part of it. A lot of the mass of that iceberg lays, below the surface. It's actually submerged. So we may be talking about something really deep here. This, when we're dealing with water, is generally linked to our emotions. And again, we've got this sort of watery river. I'm just seeing the reflection of these trees. Trees to me are, again, it's a connection to the earth. It's how we are grounded. It's a connection to our ancestry or our roots. So you may be looking at, let's say, the things below the surface in regard to your ancestry. So ancestral patterns, family patterns. I don't like to use the word family curses, but it's like you're going below the surface, or you're being encouraged to go below the surface and really see what this is all made up of. Right, I want to just get some charms. Because, yeah, blue as well is very much linked to our throat chakra. So it's about self-expression. It's about us talking or speaking our truth. It's about how we creatively, express ourselves. It's an energy of breathing. It's about our healing. And because we've got so many blue cards here, there may be something about, like I say, you looking into, or like looking below the surface of your emotions, or because we've got this body of water that's frozen, it may be that you are resisting feeling your emotions, or you feel as though your emotions are blocked up, frozen, not really accessible to you. And it's through this reflection of your personal history, your family's history, that you'll be able to see something. I don't know what yet, but let's get some charms. Yeah, for some of you, you may need to speak up or have a conversation, express yourself, whether that's to family, to a romantic partner, seeing as there's so much water in both of these cards. Or you may be dealing with somebody that is resistant or frozen emotionally. Right, okay. Let's see what we've got. We've got a bunny rabbit. We've got a bear. Let me stand in front of this camera properly so you can see. We've got two swans, and I'm beginning to love this charm. We've got a ladybird. We've got the moon. We've got it's a sword. I was going to say a cross, but it's not. It's a sword. So there's that communication. As I was talking about, there may be something that you need to express. We've got a looking glass and a wedding cake with the toppers of the bride and groom on there. So for some of you, this is about a relationship. Or like I say, frozen emotions, blocked emotions in relation to a connection, a partnership. It feels as though it's stemming back to, we had when we did what was it called? The Romance Angels card. We had the healing family issues. So it is giving me that kind of energy, where there may be a blockage or a freezing up of emotions. It may stem back to, like I said, ancestral patterns, family patterns, how you were raised, childhood issues, that kind of thing. Right, okay, and we start off with a rabbit. And to me, rabbits always speak about fertility. It's like, breeding like rabbits. I see they're at it all the time. And new generations of these rabbits are born. So again, we've got this connection to generational cycles. We've also got this bear. And these two, if you can see, they're kind of facing off. And rabbits are also, what are they? Prey. They're vulnerable animals. They make a meal for, a lot of animals out in the wild. And we've got this bear sort of facing off to this rabbit. So there may be a dynamic within a relationship or a family situation, or extend it outwards. It could be work, it could be anything. But there may be a dynamic of predator and prey that you're dealing with. And it may be that's what's causing your emotions to freeze up, or you're not wanting to dig below the surface. But as I mentioned with the throat chakra and all of this blue energy from the cards and this sword of truth, there's something that you need to speak up about. There is, or some sort of clarity that you need to gain, some sort of truth that needs to be spoken that might change the dynamic within this situation. It's going to be very different for everyone. Now, we've got the two swans, and I always see this as like, again, it could be love. But we think about it, swans, they sit on the surface of the water. I'm sorry, but there's so many references that are coming to me that are related to water. And I've just looked down, and this is going to be so weird, but the charms that, well, the letters that I can see on the top of this spell sea, S-E-A, as in a body of water. I'm like, there's so many references to water. But swans sit on the surface of the water, don't they? And they glide so elegantly and beautifully across the top, but we don't see the paddling, you know, of their feet under the water. So that again, there's something that you're only seeing at a surface level, like with the iceberg, and there's something going on below the surface that, you know, you need to get to the truth about, or you need to seek clarity about. Now, swords cards in the traditional tarot, they speak about our, they speak about, sorry, I've got a mental fart, our mind and what's going on in our head and how we communicate our thoughts internally but externally as well. So like I say, you may need to have a conversation with someone as simple as that, or this may be clarity within your own mind relating to something. But this could be a parent-child relationship. We've got the size difference between the swans. Or again, like a power imbalance, like I said, with the predator and prey within a relationship that may, you know, need to be communicated about. I don't know where this is going. We've got the moon, and the moon to me is an energy of emotion. So again, it's all of this water energy. It's so strange how it's come out today. So there may be a need for you to tap into your intuition relating to this situation. Now, the moon also speaks about our fears, its anxiety. There can be an energy of confusion. So if someone is withholding their emotion from you and you don't know how they feel, or they're not communicating, they're refusing to be vulnerable, that is going to cause confusion, you know, or insecurity within a relationship situation. But you've got to look beyond the surface, as I was saying at the start of this. Now, the moon can also speak about, you know, secrets, things not being revealed. We don't see everything in the light of the moon. You know, we have to wait until the sun comes up and those shadows on the walls, you know, they disappear and we can see things for what they truly are. So there's something about not taking things at face value and digging, getting to the bottom or the truth of the matter that is really going to help clear things up in whatever situation you're dealing with. And again, we've just got this looking glass, which to me just speaks about looking at something more clearly, seeing things, seeing yourself, seeing the other person that you're dealing with. This is relationship or family or work related, however it's going to resonate with you. For some, it's definitely love, because we've got this wedding cake in here. So for some it's love, for others it's other stuff. We've got the ladybird, and that to me is always an energy of luck. And this came out in a really, really heavy reading that we did with the last deck, the Oracles of Shadow and Light. So I'm now beginning to see this ladybird as a very grounding energy. It's red and black. And red and black relate to our root chakra. So that's our feeling of safety, our feeling of security, being grounded. It's a masculine energy as well. So you could be dealing with a frozen, you know, masculine energy, or it's your own inner masculine energy that is refusing to acknowledge and accept, your emotions, because the moon is feminine. So there may be something with the masculine side of you. And if that is the case, then that will be reflected in the masculines that you attract into your life. They're going to reflect that back to you so you can heal that aspect of you. And then, you know, you'll attract a different kind of masculine once you're connected to or tapped into your emotions. This is going somewhere else. So with this, like I say, it can be about your sex drive. So this could be a sexual relationship for some. Like I say, your physical space, boundaries. And like I said, there's some sort of an imbalance or Well, it's not a strange relationship, because predators and prey, it's a very natural cycle. You know, if we expand it away from human beings and look at the natural world, that's how animals survive. But within a very human relationship, you know, you've got to have our own physical space. We've got to set up boundaries so that we are not allowing ourselves to be prey, you know, to a predatory energy or somebody that just wants to overpower us. It doesn't have to be predatory in, you know, a really negative sense of the word, but someone that is just seeking power or control within a particular situation. Right, okay, I'm done with the charms. Oh my gosh! These messages, I don't know what's happened to me. I feel like, oh, that looking glass rebounded. Yeah, there's a looking in the mirror. Like I was saying about the masculine energy, if this is a relationship thing for you, if this is what you are attracting from a masculine energy, not to say that it's your fault, but the reasons that we have, the relationships that we do, whether friendships, family, or intimate, you know, relationships, it's to reflect back to you so that you can see what needs to be healed within yourself. So there is a reconnection to your feminine energy, your emotions, that needs to happen, and we've got reflection. So yeah, that's that looking glass to a T. Right, let's just get some letters. We're going to be here all day. Right, and we got C, like I said, the body of water that we saw at the start, so that may be significant. Right, okay, I thought we were going to be able to spell love, but we've got no V, but L, O and E are here, so the V is missing. Right, okay. And I can see lord it. So there may be somebody trying to lord it over you within a relationship situation or any kind of dynamic, or, like I said, that power play kind of energy. And if that is the case, like I said, it's a reflection. You're needing to heal that aspect of you that, is allowing that behaviour to happen. We spoke about the root chakra, talking about physical space. It's talking about behaviours, boundaries, speaking up, having that conversation related to the throat chakra, which is all the blue energy that I can see here. So if someone is lording something over you, then you've got to sort of go within, reflect as to why that's happening, what that sort of is indicating or telling you about yourself, and look below the surface, and that's where you'll find the answers. But these are your letters for the day. And this is going to be long, so we've got two of these cards to read. So I will leave those there, if you can see them, just about. And we'll get iceberg. Okay. So iceberg submerged. It says, whatever you suppress or deny and attempt to keep out of conscious awareness will show up somewhere and somehow. These are your shadow aspects. One at a time you put them out of your consciousness for good reason, yet they remain contained by shame and guilt. Sometimes these submerged aspects of yourself are projected onto others, wow, so that they mirror, fucking hell, I'm so sorry, my language, well, I swear a lot, but I try and keep it clean, I try and keep it clean on the channel. Oh, I'm going to read that again. Sometimes these submerged aspects of yourself are projected onto others so that they mirror those denied or suppressed parts of you, and you may even harshly judge these characteristics when they are exhibited. Now is the time to allow these elements to surface and embrace them. These may make up some sort of self-expression, a secret dream you wish to accomplish, or even uglier aspects that are difficult to acknowledge or accept. Whatever you have submerged deep inside of you, this is your opportunity to pay attention to those things and welcome them to the family called you. Yeah, you know what, we're all flawed human beings. That's the whole premise of being human, is that we make mistakes, we have positive attributes, we have negative attributes, and it's our lack of acceptance of them that pushes them down, you know, into our subconscious. And that's when, like I say, we see those aspects displayed in other people and it pisses us off and it triggers us. That is, like I said, reflecting. We've got reflections next. Reflecting back to us what it is that we need to see about ourselves that we've abandoned. And then when we embrace all aspects of ourselves, good and bad, you know, we're triggered less. You know, people don't piss us off in the same way as what they did, because, you know, we see that in ourselves. Right, okay, reflection. Oh, it's called winter solstice. No wonder I can't find it in the... Oh, Let me find it. Winter solstice. Now, for those of you in the southern hemisphere, we are sort of, I suppose, it's just getting to summer here in the UK. Well, as I'm recording this, it will be well into summer. So this could be irrespective of where you are, but like I say, more prevalent if you're in the southern hemisphere. If you're in the northern hemisphere, then this may be an energy that will take, well, I'm not saying a bit longer, but, you know, the sun melts the ice, doesn't it? Yeah, either way, no matter where you are geographically in the world, this is the time is now. It doesn't really make a difference. Then, let me turn the page. Right, okay, this is quite long. It says, review the past year and ask yourself what the most important lessons you have had to learn are. What you have accomplished and what dreams and visions you want to manifest in the upcoming year. Whether it has been a relatively smooth ride or a challenging series of events, acknowledge your experience as being the work of Source, no matter what your judgments, fears or joys are. Honour whatever has happened over the previous several months with gratitude and forgiveness, then let it go. Allow yourself some solitude so you can spend some quiet time, slow time, in reflection. Once you feel complete, reflect on your present life, especially focusing on what you are grateful for. When you're finished, consider what is to come, all the different possibilities and potential that exist before you. Allow your imagination to roam without limitation or ambition and see what shows up. Notice how you feel in your body and whatever scenario plays out in your mind. These are previews of that which is gestating and can manifest and grow when cared for properly. Patience and stillness are called for here. For just as the earth cycles have their own pace, so does this cycle too. So yeah, there's something about, like I say, these submerged parts of yourself that you have repressed, that you're being encouraged to reflect upon. Right, I'm going to leave it there because that was a long one. Have a fantastic day, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I hope you got something from this reading, if not all bits and pieces that you can apply to your own life. Thank you so much and take care. Bye.